If you want to build high, you must dig deep. Greed keeps men forever poor. Even the abundance of this world will not make them rich. Fox will starve to death while waiting under an ox. Even foul water will put out a fire. Each country's customs are different, just as each meadow's grass is different. Don't undo your bootlaces until you have seen the river. Don't look for bad things in the good that you do. A calf is not grown, but he thinks he can make bull's dung. A tiger wearing a bell will starve. A donkey that carries me is worth more than a horse that kicks me. A cat likes to eat fresh fish, but it will not go into the water. You will have 4 nights taking a shortcut. You can't put 2 saddles on the same horse. Wise men talk about ideas, intellectuals about facts, and the ordinary man talks about what he eats. Who cleans up the dirt washes away happiness. 2 bears in 1 cave will not end up well. Times are not always the same. The grass is not always green. There are men who walk through the woods and see no trees. The winner has many friends. The loser has good friends. The supreme treasure is knowledge. The middle treasure is children. And the lowest treasure is material wealth. The more you listen, the more you give yourself room for doubt. The meat-biting tooth is in the mouth. The man-biting tooth is in the soul. The living denied a table. The dead get a whole coffin. The fish sees the bait, not the hook. A man sees not the danger, only the profit. The donkey recognizes the tracks of a horse. The distance between heaven and earth is no greater than 1 thought. Rich is he who has no debts, fortunate he who lives without handicap. 1 idiot can ask more questions than 10 wise men can answer. 1 finger short of being crazy. Once you have locked your door, you are the emperor in your own domain. Of the good we have an understanding. For fools we keep a stick upstairs. Men and women sleep on the same pillow, but they have different dreams. It's difficult to take a wolf cub without bringing in the whole pack. It is easier to catch an escaped horse than to take back an escaped word. If you are sick, think about your life. If you are better, think about your gold. If you are going to steal bells, plug your ears. He who drinks dies, he who does not drink dies as well. A man fails 7 times and rises 8 times. Do not start if afraid. Once begun, do not be afraid. If the mind is clean, fate is good. If you endeavor, fate will favor you. Union is the source of success. While horses are strong, travel to see places. Remember, you have no companions but your shadow. Rich is he who has no debts, fortunate he who lives without handicap. Don't undo your bootlaces until you have seen the river. A donkey that carries me is worth more than a horse that kicks me. An action committed in anger is an action due to failure. A bad person's voice is loud. Do not scorn a weak cub. He may become a strong tiger. The rope breaks where it is thin. The last camel gets the heavy load. Better to suffer in liberty than to delight in captivity. The child learns to walk by falling down. A person's smile is hotter than the sun. The stone was thrown up, will fell back on the thrower. An onion can be as sweet as honey if it grows in your motherland. Better to be the head of a wasp than the tail of a lion. It is better to see one time than to hear 100 times. Prepare the pot before preparing the milk. A well-tailored boot does not wear out. The one who conceals poverty will not get rich. The one who conceals loneliness will not get a family. A leader can never be happy until his people are happy. Until you get a horse, ride a donkey. Women who cheat can be recognized by two things, but nobody knows what they are.